What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. So guys, as we know, the pro-black community is very diverse. And I want to give a shout out to the brothers like Sanetter, who kind of put out on social media the diversity of the pro-black Pan-African community. We have like the Hebrew Israelite brothers that have different sects. There are black Christians, there are agnostics, and then there are atheists. There are people who are like Hoteps. You have your Kemet brothers, the Nation of Islams. There is 5% Nation. You have spiritualists, things like that. People who believe in traditional religions. All of those things happen in the pro-black world. And then you have somebody like, you have psychopaths, all right? And that is Nature Boy. Nature Boy is a complete, in my honest opinion, psychopath. Something is wrong with him. Now, Nature Boy is from New York City. He decided to take his cult. The cult was called Carbon Nation. And they were living in Costa Rica. They were living off of donations on Bigo and things like that. And women would be actually, this is the funniest part. Women would sell everything they had, from what I understand. They would move there, not only women, men too. They would move there to be out there in the wilderness with this guy. I know it sounds crazy, but that was true. To the point where the men were in complete submission to him, and if he wanted your woman, he would take her. And so Nature Boy was literally had all the women to himself, and some of them sisters was fine as hell. He was just cheek clapping it up. And I was thinking to myself, how dumb are these people? Like, as hard as I work for my money, I'm gonna give you my money to you so that you can spend my money doing nothing. It's not gonna happen, right? Somehow, this group ends up moving from Costa Rica to the Atlanta area. Now, once they got over to Atlanta, it still continued. But then you started hearing reports from these ladies about what happened. Here is one of the reports that came out.
Jury selection is underway right now in DeKalb County in the trial of an accused cult leader. Thanks so much for joining us today for Fox 5 News at 4. I'm Christine Spiro. Prosecutors say Elijah Bishop assaulted one of his followers and then posted explicit videos of the woman online. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at the DeKalb County Courthouse with the latest from the courtroom. Tyler.
Yeah, Christine, good afternoon to you. So far, a jury has not been picked yet, but for hours today, prospective jurors were questioned by prosecutors and the defense team as they work to select a jury for the trial of an accused cult leader.
I consider jury duty to be our highest civic responsibility.
Dozens of prospective DeKalb County jurors face questions Wednesday in a county courtroom as lawyers on both sides work to figure out who will decide the fate of alleged cult leader Elijah Bishop.
Has anyone else heard anything about this case before you came to court today?
Is there anyone here you yourself have been accused of sexual assault or improper touching?
The questions from prosecutors and the defense are designed to get a fair and impartial jury for Bishop, who's accused of a woman trying to leave his alleged cult called Carbon Nation. In March of 2022, the woman says Bishop asked to see her as she was packing her stuff at a home off of DeKalb County's La Vista Road. That's when investigators say the alleged assault took place, but that's not all, and that's why prosecutors asked prospective jurors this.
Is there anyone who themselves, a close friend or a family member, has ever had an intimate video of themselves shared without their consent?
Prosecutors say later the victim found explicit videos posted online. Prosecutors call it revenge porn. During Bishop's preliminary hearing, his lawyer called the allegation a he said, she said situation. The victim, who we're not identifying, wasn't present Wednesday, but one of her supporters was.
She's feeling strong. She's looking forward to telling her story in full, in totality of everything that happened that night.
Bishop also had supporters at the courthouse. None of them wanted to go on camera, but said this as they walked to lunch.
33 though, we posted 3. 33.
And Bishop faces several charges, including jury selection is expected to wrap up today with opening statements set for tomorrow. And the judge says this trial is going to last about a week and a half. We're live in DeKalb County this afternoon. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
All right, Tyler, thanks for the latest.
Then he pled not guilty, and we got this clip out.
Opening
Opening statements begin today in the trial of an accused cult leader in DeKalb County. Prosecutors say Eligio Bishop, one of his followers, then posted explicit videos of the woman online.
Fox 5's Tyler Fingert has been in the courtroom all day today. He's live at the DeKalb County Courthouse with the night's new information. Tyler?
Yeah, Tom, good evening to you. It's been nearly 2 years since the victim says she was raped by an alleged cult leader. Today, she faced him in court as the first witness in his trial.
When I was there, I was definitely, I would say, brainwashed.
The woman who claims she was by Eligio Bishop detailed in court for the first time what she says it was like to be a member of his alleged cult, Carbon Nation. She says she was with his group for 3 stints and says things started off fine, but eventually she noticed violent outbursts. When she tried to leave the group for the final time, she says Bishop asked to sleep with her one more time.
He basically was trying to convince me to sleep with him.
And how did you respond to that?
I said no.
She says she told him no repeatedly before finally relenting and saying okay.
I felt like I couldn't leave in that moment because I felt restricted.
During opening statements, prosecutors painted Bishop as a man who held all the power in the group, and he posted sexually explicit videos of her as an act of revenge for leaving. The defense denies the allegations and says everything was consensual and that this is a he said, she said situation.
You'll hear, again from the former members, that this defendant had his choice of the women in the group. It was understood. Nobody said no to the king. To God.
She described making love. And we're all 14 of you guys are adults. You know there's a wide discrepancy from someone making love versus someone being.
The victim says during the alleged assault, she felt powerless and had no choice.
He said, shut up. You're my property. You're not going anywhere.
And the prosecution has started introducing sexually explicit video that they say were posted without her consent. The victim calls them humiliating. If convicted, Bishop faces up to life in prison without the possibility of parole. We're live in DeKalb County tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Some disturbing testimony there in the courtroom today. Tyler, thanks for the latest.
So guys, let me deal with this as much as I possibly can. This is very important. The lady is saying that after he clapped her cheeks, it was by force. She agreed only because she wanted to leave. Now, once she left, this is the most important part. She left. Then after leaving, this is what you got to understand. He released the videos of her to people, which again, this is very stupid to do. You should never do such things. It is terrible to do. It is something that should never occur. But people are dumb, and this is what happens. Not knowing that the girl was going to go to the people, because I believe he did that. Now he's facing a lot of problems with these women. The issue is twofold here. Number one, where is the mentality of black people in black America to even believe that a guy like this can lead you spiritually or anything anywhere, men or women? How in the do you trust this guy and you give him your money and move to where he's at? We have so many weak-minded people. Secondarily, I hear women all the time talking about, nope, he can't be my man. He's too broke. He ain't got this. He can't got that. But when it comes to this Pookie, they don't even have no problem being in a relationship with him and 8 other ladies. And there's some evidence, from what I understand, he was in a GAY porn with a white man. He admitted to it. So he is a cheek clapper himself. And now he is out here terrorizing the women in his community when you're supposed to be protecting ladies. That ain't what he's protecting them. She's clapping them up. Then you were getting clapped up by a white guy on a video. So this dude is bisexual or try anything sexual. These ladies move from wherever they're at and men to be where he is and give them all their possessions and live out in the wilderness or in Atlanta in a goddamn house in the cold. I don't get, brothers. I don't understand how that happened, but I hope they get justice. But please, guys, don't do stupid stuff like that. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shirley Jackson, back at it again. The episode of Celebrity Junk. Put your fire, do subscribe, bell. We're out.